Right now at 5, Wisconsin sees a new record for single-day jump in coronavirus cases. We will look at those numbers.
Casinos and shopping malls are beginning to reopen across Dane County. What's being done to make sure people stay safe?
Plus, local leaders are weighing in on the death of a black man who was killed while in Minneapolis police custody.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. Shopping malls, casinos, and restaurants are starting to open across the state, but coronavirus cases continue to rise.
Today, health officials reported the highest single-day increase in cases in the state, confirming another 667 cases of COVID-19 and 23 new deaths. Right now, there are 16,622 cases, including 542 deaths statewide. Nearly 60% of all of the cases have fully recovered. Meanwhile, the positive percentage of new COVID-19 tests has increased to 5.8% after previously dropping for 4 consecutive days. Over 10,000 tests were conducted today. That's according to DHS.
And the number of people who have died from coronavirus in the U.S. has surpassed 100,000. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. But a new model, often cited by the White House, has lowered its death projections. University of Washington researchers now say 11,000 fewer Americans will die by August. That projection is down to 132,000. Still, 27 states, including Wisconsin, are reporting increases in new cases compared to 2 weeks ago.
Tens of thousands of doctors and nurses have gotten sick from taking care of COVID-19 patients. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says more than 62,000 healthcare professionals contracted the virus in the U.S. At least 291 healthcare workers have died. The CDC believes the current numbers are possibly an undercount because many of the reported cases do not state if the patient worked in healthcare.
Unemployment across the country has been on the rise, and one city in our area is seeing some especially high numbers.
Our Melissa Kim joins us now with the latest on the state of the economy in Wisconsin. Melissa?
Well, hi, Eric and Susan. The Department of Workforce Development put out numbers today to analyze unemployment rates for the month of April, categorized by metro areas, municipalities, and counties. The Janesville-Beloit metro area has the highest unemployment rate across Wisconsin's 12 metro regions, with 17% of people there unemployed. On the flip side, the Madison metro area has the lowest unemployment rate of the metro regions, with 11.8% of people out of work. When it comes to cities, Superior has the highest percentage of people unemployed with 21.1%, the lowest being Fitchburg at 9.9%. And finally, Iron and Menominee counties had the highest unemployment rate for any Wisconsin county last month, and Lafayette was at the lowest. We'll hear what city leaders in Janesville are saying about the unemployment issues. That's coming up at 6.
All right, we will see you then. Thank you, Melissa.
Today, Governor Evers is launching a $200 million program to help local governments address urgent COVID-19 recovery needs. The Routes to Recovery program is funded by the Federal CARES Act. $10 million will be allocated to Wisconsin's tribal nations. The remaining funds go to every Wisconsin county, village, city, and town. All governments, regardless of size, are expected to receive at least $5,000.
Large establishments like casinos and shopping centers are beginning to open back up.
Madeline O'Neill is live now at Westtown Mall with the changes Madison malls are making. Maddie?
Well, both East and West Town here are open, their first day being yesterday, but inside things look a little bit different. Mall management staff must wear masks around others, and groups of people, large gatherings, are prohibited. The company that owns the 2 malls tells me that they're adding hand sanitizer stations, increasing sanitation, especially in high-touch areas, and closing spots people tend to congregate, like the food court and seating area and children's play areas.
We definitely understand that people have concerns coming back into large public spaces like a shopping mall. So we've been planning for our reopening basically since the mall closed. We wanted to make sure that we had all of the guidelines that the local health department was going to put into place.
All stores within East and West Town must follow county guidelines, but can choose to add some measures like requiring customers to wear masks. Now, not all shops are open. About a dozen opened at each each West and Easttown, but you can find out which are open on the mall's website. Now, along with the malls, Ho Chunk Gaming Madison is partially reopened today. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you who can go and what changes they're making.
All right, Maddie O'Neill live at West Town Mall. Maddie, thank you. Top White House officials say another COVID-19 economic stimulus bill would likely not include more direct payments to Americans, but they are working on a package that could extend unemployment insurance without that $600 per week benefit. It may include a short-term bonus for returning workers, a payroll tax cut, tax credits to offset vacations taken within the U.S. over the next year, and a reduction in capital gains taxes. Senate Republican leaders made clear they will not take up the House-passed $3 trillion measure.
Another warm and humid day today, and we could see some thunderstorms tonight. Let's check on the weather now with Gary Canalti. Gary?
Susan, showers and thunderstorms are going to be in the forecast for about the next 24 hours or so. And then after that, we'll see a noticeable break in the heat and humidity. Visible cloud track, you can see the clouds popping up, but also plenty of sunshine in between those clouds, and some showers and thunderstorms have popped up into the Chicago area, out toward La Crosse. And in between, some showers are developing over the eastern portion of Dane County. It's some brief heavy downpours, and eventually there'll probably be some flashes of lightning out of that. Temperatures right now are generally in the low to mid 80s through southern Wisconsin. Madison checks in at 84, as does Janesville. But dew point temperatures are in the middle 60s, so it still feels fairly humid out there. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will drop into the upper 60s. Expect scattered showers and thunderstorms through the day tomorrow, but a cold front will move through around noontime. So look for a high of about 71 early in the afternoon, and then we see that break in the heat and humidity as we head into the weekend. I'll have more details in the forecast in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. The mayor of Minneapolis calling for criminal charges now against at least one officer involved in the death of George Floyd, who appeared to be suffocated during an arrest in Minnesota. A white police officer identified as Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for more than 7 minutes. Police claim Floyd was a suspect in a forgery case and that he had physically resisted officers. 4 officers involved in the incident have been fired. Federal and state investigators and prosecutors are looking at the incident to determine if the officers' actions justify criminal prosecution.
Several of our own local law enforcement agencies have spoken out over the actions of those 4 officers who, as we just said, have since been fired.
And Chief of Fitchburg Police Chad Brecklin saying, quote, "I watched the video in disbelief and was disturbed by what happened. The actions of the Minneapolis officers do not represent the values of our Dane County community." And Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney said, quote, "I saw enough this evening without knowing all the facts to declare this tactic as not acceptable or part of our training." And Jamie Perez spoke to the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, who's calling on all of our local police agencies to publicly condemn the behavior of those officers involved. Jamie?
So Michael Johnson is a local black leader in our community. He said that after he saw that video, he felt the need to do something. And he said that usually after events like this happen, there's an increase in tension between police and the public. So he is trying to do what he can to bridge that gap, to make sure that what happened in Minneapolis never happens here.
Please, I can't breathe. Please, man.
This video that's now gained the nation's attention is what many are describing as hard to watch.
He's not even resisting arrest right now, bro.
His nose is bleeding.
And to watch somebody die like that is just, I don't even have words. It hurt my soul to its core.
Michael Johnson is a prominent black leader in our community, and after seeing this video,
Let me see a pulse.
Is he breathing right now? Check his pulse.
Have this conversation.
Check his pulse.
he felt the need to do something.
It was a modern day lynching.
Doing compressions if he needs that. You guys are on another level. Oh my God, bro.
And then he just
They just dragging him like, come on now. And I have your name tagged.
Johnson posted on Facebook calling on all local agencies to publicly condemn what happened in this video after knowing how difficult this has been for the black community to watch.
Don't touch him.
Don't touch
I got this all on camera. Watch out.
Don't touch me.
He's already gained support from a lot of people in the community, including a letter that he read during our interview.
As a mother of black teens, I want my police department in Madison to stand up and to guarantee me that they have policies in place to protect this from happening to my children, my husband, my family, and my friends.
Johnson said he wants to help decrease any tension between the public and local law enforcement after what happened in Minneapolis. But he also wants to make sure our local agencies publicly speak out about what their use of force practices are and what will and will not be tolerated.
This is or should be the greatest country on this planet. But when these things continue to happen time and time and time again, it further divides our community, and we just got to do better.
And our local police agencies have agreed to make those statements publicly. There will be a virtual public town hall meeting held on Madison 365's Facebook page tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. The public is encouraged to join. They will be allowed to listen in on some of their responses and also ask their own questions as well.
Jamie Perez, live tonight. Jamie, thank you. We do have some breaking news just into our newsroom. Fitchburg police say they are investigating a shots fired incident in the 5100 block of Anton Drive. Happened about an hour ago. Officers say no one is injured. They are currently investigating. They're asking anyone to avoid that area.
We're learning more information, new information tonight about the recent homicide on Northport Drive. Madison police say an autopsy revealed 81-year-old Nang Yi Lee died from blunt force trauma, not a gunshot wound as originally thought. Officers were called to the 1800 block of Northport Drive Friday night. Lee was taken to the hospital that night in critical condition. He died 3 days later. Madison police say the alleged killer is a 38-year-old man who lived in the same building as Lee. Officials will release the person's name once he is booked into the Dane County Jail.
And emergency crews responded to a two-vehicle accident. This happened near the Target store in Fitchburg this afternoon. Dispatch saying the Fitchburg Police Department happened in the 6300 block of McKee Road about 2:20 this afternoon. No word on if anyone was injured.
COVID-19 is affecting every aspect of day-to-day living, even the way we sleep. UW Health doctors say sleep disturbances are on the rise because of the pandemic. They say this is concerning because sleep is critical for maintaining physical and mental health.
So if we don't get an adequate amount or quality of sleep, it can be very, very hard, and people can feel fatigued. They can become more irritable, frustrated, and that can, again, have ripple effects throughout their day-to-day life, including with their loved one.
To foster good sleep habits, Dr. Plant recommends having a regular wake time 7 days a week, even if you don't have an obligation to be somewhere. He also says it's important to seek professional medical help if sleep problems persist.
The American Red Cross is in urgent need of blood donations as hospitals begin to resume procedures previously halted in response to the pandemic. Representatives of the Red Cross are hoping to avoid a blood shortage. They say hospital demand for blood has already increased by 30%.
We always want to provide blood where and when it's needed. So we're really just asking donors to come out and give blood.
The Red Cross taking additional precautions for safety during the pandemic, including temperature checks, social distancing, and face coverings for all donors and staff. Healthy people are encouraged to make an appointment in the coming weeks online or over the phone before visiting a blood drive or donation center.
An area food pantry is seeing a big uptick in serving the community, and they're asking for your help. Beyond Blessed Pantry out of Baraboo is in need of a new walk-in freezer and fridge unit. Shannon Howley is the executive director and president of the pantry. She says they went from serving 300 families a month to serving over 1,500 families a month. They're currently storing food in a refrigerated semi, and they're in need of a new place to help them store food. They're asking the community to help raise $38,000 for the new units.
This pantry runs completely on donations and grants and fundraising that we do for everything that we do. We have no government funding that we get. So we needed to do a fundraiser to have money specific to these new needs.
If you would like to donate, head to bbpantry.org.
Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5. Today was said to be an historic day for SpaceX, but the launch has been delayed. We'll have the latest from Cape Canaveral. And coming up tonight at 6, the legislature continuing to dig into what is causing delays at the unemployment office. What the Secretary of the Department of Workforce Development is saying about it. That's tonight at 6. And on Wall Street, another strong day. The Dow climbing over the 25,000 mark, up 553 points today. The NASDAQ jumps 72. The S&P adds 44. And we'll be right back.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Right now, Toyota is offering 0% financing for 60 months on 8 of our most popular Toyotas, like Camry, RAV4, and Tacoma. You can even shop and buy online from the comfort of your home. Many Toyota service centers are open to help keep your vehicle in top shape and may even offer no-contact vehicle drop-off.
All from the brand you trust today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Pull into your driveway in style. Relax by the pool in luxury. And give your front porch the facelift it needs with TSR Concrete Coatings, Wisconsin's premier concrete coatings contractor. Get beautiful concrete coatings installed in as little as 1 day. Customizable and easy to clean. See the before and now the after. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy. They won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Now check out these savings. Save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12 months, same as cash. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Though challenges surround us, life still goes on. There's still time to dream, still plans to be made. And if you're retiring soon, still deadlines to be met. We talk with people every day who need to replace their employer benefits when they retire. We can answer your questions too, so you can feel good about the decisions you make. For a retirement benefits checklist, visit us online or call Physicians Mutual Insurance Company today.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Hi, folks. Thursday morning, Hattie's tracking the potential of a lot of rain ahead of a big cool down this weekend.
And we'll be tracking the latest updates to unemployment numbers and how you can help those who are out of work.
We'll see you starting at 4:30.
Trust us to get it right.
To keep you prepared
when severe weather is on the way
and your family's safety is on the line.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now.
The launch of a SpaceX rocket with 2 NASA astronauts on a history-making flight into orbit was called off today with 16 minutes left on the countdown because of the danger of lightning.
Liftoff is now rescheduled for Saturday. The spacecraft was set to blast off this afternoon for the International Space Station, ushering in a new era in commercial spaceflight and putting NASA back in the business of launching astronauts from the U.S. for the first time in nearly a decade.
Most of the controls for the crew inside the cockpit are all touchscreens. We do have a few hardware buttons and switches for very, very critical things, but almost everything is controlled by touch and screen. That's even how you fly it.
Ever since the space shuttle was retired in 2011, NASA has relied on Russian rockets to carry astronauts to and from the space station. Now that a private company is handling transportation, NASA says it can focus on the science of space exploration.
Tropical storm Bertha made landfall on South Carolina's coast shortly after it formed, becoming the second named storm for the official start of this year's Atlantic hurricane season. National Hurricane Center says a tropical storm warning was issued this morning for the South Carolina coast. The storm was expected to bring heavy rains. Bertha's maximum sustained winds were near 50 miles per hour as it came ashore, but it has already weakened to a tropical depression since moving inland. Now for our local forecast. We'll cool things down a bit. A neatly groomed Gary Canalti joins us with our forecast. Gary, love the hair.
Yeah, it feels nice. I feel probably about 5 pounds lighter, too, getting rid of all that hair. But it helps, too, when it's hot and humid out there like it is today. Certainly feel more comfortable. And the humidity is leading into some shower and thunderstorm chances. You can see them popping up. Most areas are rain-free right now, but the humidity levels are high. And with time, these showers and thunderstorms will expand a little bit as they continue feeding in from the south through much of southern Wisconsin. Future track precipitation estimates show that over the next 24 hours, we could be looking at anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch to about 1.25 inches of rain generally across southern Wisconsin, with some heavier amounts in excess of 2 inches if you get caught underneath some of those heavier thunderstorms. But for the most part, I think the precipitation will be manageable and shouldn't cause cause too much in the way of flooding concerns. But thunderstorms are certainly in the forecast with that high humidity for tonight and tomorrow. But cooler and less humid weather arrives on Friday, along with plenty of sunshine, and that lasts right through the weekend. But if you like the summer weather, well, don't fret. It'll be back pretty soon. By Tuesday of next week, temperatures should be back in the 80s, and I've got high temperatures in the 80s for the rest of next week, along with more humidity. Temperatures right now range from around 80 in the northern part of the state to the middle 80s here. There's not a lot of cooling showing up on the weather map yet, and that's because our upper level winds are still from the south and southwest. With time, there'll be a little slug of cooler air that moves in. It's actually back behind this little dip in the jet stream through the Dakotas. Farther to the east, what's left of Bertha is continuing to move through South Carolina and North Carolina. The waters of the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico are unusually warm. That's why these tropical weather systems have been popping up and getting tropical characteristics much sooner this year than in years past. So it's expected to be an active hurricane season, and we've already started out that way. Here's the cold front I was talking about to the north and west. We'll bring in the cooler weather as we head from tomorrow afternoon into Friday and probably the weekend as well. Temperatures right now ahead of that front in the 80s, some 70s where there's a little more cloud cover and showers and thunderstorms. But notice those temperatures drop back into the 60s through southern Canada and the eastern portion of Montana. Dew point temperatures are in the mid-60s here, also fall quite a bit to the west, so we'll notice a drop in the humidity as well. On future track, you can see shower and thunderstorm chances popping up overnight and continuing through the day tomorrow. But notice that wind shift to the north and west. That will allow the cooler air to start working in, along with clearing by Friday. So for tomorrow, expect some showers and thunderstorms. It'll be humid, not as warm, high temperature at 71. Future track, you can see the scattering of showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures staying in the upper 60s overnight. Tomorrow, we'll look for a high temperature of around 70, and then notice those temperatures dropping off as we cool off and we clear out as we head into Friday. Those rainfall amounts, again, there could be some spotty amounts in excess of 1.5 inches in the heavier thunderstorms. 7 to 10 day forecast. After that cool down for the weekend with highs in the upper 60s and lows in the 40s, those temperatures jump right back up into the 80s for the second half of next week with a little more humidity and some shower and thunderstorm chances. As we take a look at News 3 now, first warn traffic. There's the view of the DOT camera on East Washington Avenue at 2nd Street, and you can see traffic is starting to build up. We're starting to see more people out and about now. Not seeing any problems right now in the Beltline. There were a few delays on Stoughton Road near East Washington Avenue, and a few delays on East Washington Avenue as you get closer to the Isthmus. As far as travel times are concerned, though, Beltline looking pretty good in either direction. About a 15-minute travel from University Avenue to and from the interstate. Heading out of Madison down to Janesville on I-3990. It's a 25-minute commute. It's 15 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 and 16 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That is your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Okay, Gary, thank you. And ahead on News 3 Now at 5, Disney World sets a date for when it will reopen. This comes as a new report is released on global tourism. We'll have the latest after a short break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by La-Z-Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. La-Z-Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save at Wild Easttown Honda on over 400 new Hondas with 0% financing for up to 72 months. Save with 0% financing on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. We've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Steinhoffels is the name you've trusted for over 85 years. We are taking all steps to keep you safe and sound. Come shop our large, wide-open showrooms during Steinhoffels Memorial Day sale. Right now, get 40 to 70% off on the largest selection of furniture, plus nothing down 60 months to pay financing. All living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture is on sale. Get amazing deals on all of our mattresses like Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest, and Purple. Shop in-store or online today during Steinhoffels Memorial Day sale.
We're back.
We got our to-go food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit madisonmagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
All right, I brought in Ensure Max Protein to give you the protein you need with less of the sugar you don't. I'll take that.
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein, now available in 12 count. Stock up today.
Wisconsin is getting back to business.
What's your plan?
Before you say,
sorry, we just can't do that.
Before you say, we're not ready.
Before you say, we don't have capacity.
Put us in your
plan.
Let us help you get back to business.
Are you ready?
whether it's a labor shortage,
it's a mandated closure,
we're here.
We've been here.
We'll be here.
From assembly
to packaging and everything in between.
Let's get to work, Wisconsin.
The way you get through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group Health Cooperative, our common values have sustained us for over 4 decades. Now is no different. We are here, in our clinics, but we want you to be safer at home. That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Right now at Wild East Town Honda, sign and drive a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $299. That's $299 with 0 down, 0 first payment, and 0 due at start at Wild East Town Honda in Madison.
We are continuing to bring you some breaking news out of Fitchburg. Police on the scene investigating an incident where shots were fired. This is a live look at the scene, 5100 block of Anton Drive. Police say it happened at 3:50 this afternoon. Officers say no one is injured. Again, they are currently investigating. They're asking everyone to avoid that area. We will have an update in our newscast at 6 p.m. and as always at channel3000.com. Disney World has set its reopening dates after closing the park in mid-March in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Disney World plans to begin a phased reopening on July 11th for its Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom parks, followed by Epcot and Hollywood Studios 4 days later. Workers and guests will be required to wear face coverings and undergo temperature screenings before entering the parks. Disney will reduce capacity at the parks, and the resort will temporarily suspend parades, fireworks, and other events that draw crowds. It'll also set up a cashless, contactless payment system and increase the number of available hand sanitizing stations.
Global tourism is expected to plunge by 70% this year compared to last. That's according to the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Previous global crisis situations have caused tourism to decline by 10 to 20%, but the COVID-19 pandemic that has closed off borders around the world is worse. The organization expects more international flights to resume starting in September if the virus is better under control.
American Airlines wants to make sure you know whether or not you're going to be boarding a full flight. So if they see your flight is starting to fill up, they'll let you know, and they'll let you switch flights at no charge. The airline has decided to extend free change fees from the end of May through the end of June. American hasn't said how full the flight will be before they reach out or what max capacity even is, though they have said they're limiting the number of people on each aircraft. A final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment. Stay with us.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Memorial Week sale going on now. Get top name brands for every room in your house at guaranteed lowest prices with La-Z-Boy recliners from $399 and always free delivery. Come join us at Portage Furniture for a Memorial Week sale.
This week, you're going to get more at the Brothers Made Memorial Day Super Sale. Get in now with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Right now, improving your home is more convenient at Maine with up to 18-month 0% financing. And we make getting more easy with expert delivery free and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. The Memorial Day Super Sale for more selection, more savings, and more satisfaction. It all ends Monday at the Brothers Made, your local store for more since 1938.
In uncertain times, where do you find certainty? Social distance doesn't mean you're alone. Even in these trying times, make sure you're making fact-based decisions for your retirement. Turn to the Madison Money Guy. Let's review your financial strategy together. You can meet with us face-to-face without leaving the comfort of your own home. Call Retirement Income Strategies to schedule your virtual visit. 608-208-1800. That's 608-208-1800.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten. And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
Engines are restarting, park is shifting to drive. So we're offering 0% financing for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. Plus the freedom to shop and buy online. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
Or now during the Jeep Memorial Day sales event with employee pricing at $5,611 below MSRP on the purchase of a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Memorial Week sale going on now. Get top name brands for every room in your house at guaranteed lowest prices with custom sofas from $6.99 and always free delivery. Come join us at Portage Furniture for our Memorial Week sale.
Gary has a final check of the weather.
Well, we're watching some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, but you can see about maybe 20% of the area getting rain right now, if that. But I think the showers and thunderstorms have become more numerous overnight. Right now, some heavier downpours just to the east of Madison, and also some coming out of northern Illinois into the area around Janesville. Temperatures are mainly in the middle 80s across southern Wisconsin, and dew point temperatures are in the middle 60s. So it feels like temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s. Look for shower and thunderstorm chances overnight and through the day tomorrow. Tonight's low temperature in the upper 60s, but tomorrow's high only reaching 71 as a cold front moves through shortly after noon. And then we drop into the upper 60s with less humidity for the weekend and warm right back up for the second half of next week with some thunderstorm chances.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News coming your way next. Stay tuned.